Hello and all, it's Nerdcraft here, bringing you game number 3 out of this best of 3 series, which is an awesome series too, might I add here. Spawning on the northern position of the Antigua shipyard is going to be our Violet Zerg player, EmpirevioLet. Good game, he says. That's just, holding down the G button. Good game, good luck, and have fun, says his opponent, the Red Protoss player. Spawning in the southern position, EGJYP. And man, this series has just been so awesome. You of course would expect such a great series to come out from these two top tier players. And you know what? There's even more to come. I'm going to be casting a lot of IEM games because I was unfortunately not able to watch them. Not only were they like out of my time zone, but most of the rebroadcasts I had, I actually had classes, and then I had to study for midterms and things like that. So now it's spring break, and I am just going to be casting until my throat, until my vocal cords actually jump out of my esophagus, say to me, "Look, dude, I can't take it anymore," and then just walks away, and then I'll be a mute, which is not going to be good if you're trying to become a caster. Being a mute's not a good thing. I hear your voice is very important for this little hobby of mine. Then I'll have to catch him. I'll probably like soak him in some water so that way he feels good. He likes jacuzzis mainly, my vocal cords I'm talking about. So we see that the Forge Fast expansion, of course, going to be coming out of JYP. He is sticking to what he loves, and that is the Forge Fast expansion. Of course, the Forge Fast expansion is that norm build. That's just kind of a build you probably should always do against Zerg as a Protoss player, because it gives you access to a very secure, fast expansion, and unless they decide to all-in you, which is usually not the case unless you're in the Silver League and just people think that they're all-ins and everything. People think that, they're totally league players when they all-in, stuff like that. They don't actually try to learn different builds, which really enrages me about being on the probe is, oh man, JYP, why you hurt me so much. I was about to say, wow, Violet's gonna finally be able to take a fast, non-delayed expansion. Oh crap, there goes the pylon. But Violet actually moving out with this drone. Is he doing what I think he's doing? Yeah, he is. He's going to just go, okay, screw it. I don't care. I'm going for the third right away. JYP might cannon this off, though. That's going to be a big problem if he does. He does see it, but he decides not to cannon it off, which is kind of surprising. I suppose this is one of those maps where cannoning isn't really all as good as it can be. Like on Tall Dream Altar, it's so easy to force the natural to be cancelled or destroyed by doing the cannon rush. It's just put a pylon on the bottom, then a cannon by that pylon, then you put a cannon in that pylon field, and then you put another pylon. It's really nice and easy on Tall Dream Altar. But Antigua Shipyard, because there's a lot of room between ledges and bases, we're not going to see that as often. Of course, we'll see it every now and then. We're not just going to see it as often. These lings are just going to run by their, of course, scouting party, very scary scouting party at that. They're going to see if they can get into the base, see if they can see anything, essentially. And will JYP be able to get his another block off here? Sees that the lings are indeed coming. This probe, red with angry ferocity of the Zerg peoples. Trust me, I have no idea what I just said. If I had a camera where you guys could see my facial expressions, you'd be like, yeah. Going after those lings, though, and that's never a good idea as a probe. It's like, screw this. I'm totally going to take out a handful of lings. You see the cannons are being established right over here. This is not in the view range of Violet, but it's in the view range of JYP. This is in range of the hatchery. So reason why JYP took so long to put it up, because he wants to make sure that once the cannons finish it, Violet's gonna let the cannon finish, or let the expansion finish instead of canceling, so that way you force out 300 instead of just 200. But I was just trying to think, when it cancels, do you get 100% payback on that or not? Not sure. Now the lings do see it. This hatchery is gonna finish. It's not gonna be canceled. I was kind of hoping he canceled so I could see if I was right about the payback for it. And this is a very hard position for Violet to engage these cannons. He's going to need most likely roaches for this, because he can't make 1,000 lings and just, go after the pylon and the cannons, just mainly because it's just very bad surface area. He's not going to be able to get around and do a surround on them. Those lings, very, very stupid lings. That's an example of evolution right there, people. And the lings are deciding to go in. And, you know, I'm going to eat my own words when I say he needs roaches for this, because by the looks of it, he is going to be able to take them down. Oh, and now he actually does get around, so he can get somewhat of a surround there on the cannon. Now, the Ling's not actually going around the other way, but it's all going to be cleaned up right there, and the hatchery is saved. So, very nice play there from Violet. We see that Puma, or not Puma, oh my god, Puma has, what's his name? As the Apollo says him, aren't English accents just a joy? Actually, like, I'm not offending, I hope I don't offend anyone from England or Scotland, the UK essentially, because trust me, you guys are awesome. If I can't really go to Korea for my study abroad program, I'm definitely going to go to the United Kingdom or possibly Ireland. My mom would probably make me go to Ireland because that's where her family's from. So it's like, go to Ireland, you know, love your ancestors, things like that. It's like, okay, I'm majority Swedish when it comes to my heredity, so it's like, dude, if I'm gonna honor my family, if I'm gonna honor my heritage, I'm going to Sweden. And I'm gonna shake hands with Naniwa and like Sase. Well, those guys are in Korea right now, but you know, I'm gonna totally meet all those. Thorzane in particular. Thorzane is my favorite Swedish player. He's one of my favorite players altogether too. I like a lot of Korean players over foreigner players, but Thorzane, he's up there on the list. He's like top 5, and he's the only foreigner on my top 5 actually. So we can see that so far nothing's really going on here. Metabolic Boost just about to finish. Violet getting the Roach Worm, but he's not really making roaches yet. He is getting a Spore Crawler. I don't know if he knows about this Stargate or not. Oh yeah, there was an Overlord was taken out, so he does know that there is indeed air. I don't want the Automaton 2000. He does know that there is indeed air out on the base, and you know, when a Void Ray is sieging up your third, it's kind of obvious. Gonna try and see if he can focus down that Spore Cloud, but it looks like he's not gonna be able to. A Queen does come in, so this air pressure is gonna be fairly easy deflected by Violet. JYP is ahead in supply. That's being actually probes, 54 probes to 51 Zerg, or to 51 drones. Who we see in the units production tab. We have 55 probes, 1 Void Ray, 3 Phoenix, 4 Sentries, to 51 drones, 10 Lings, 8 Overlords, and 4 Queens. So, you know, when it comes to the Queens, he's definitely producing really well. He's going to be able to easily deflect all this air, and the Roach Warren is being focused down, but the, oh, lift it, oh, you can actually lift Spore Crawlers if I do recall. So, I don't know. Not going to be able to take out that Roach Worm, but what's nice about that is if you slowly try and pick off certain buildings over here, then you've left space over here. As we can see, the Phoenix are coming in. Going to go do some drone harass, possibly. Ooh, taking out some Overlords would be very beneficial for them. If he was able to take out, if he was able to come over here and take out drones, that'd be even better. But you know, Overlords are good. They cost 100 minerals each, and 100. 200, and he supply blocked. He should have just committed to that Overlord, I feel. And just sentries and a couple of zealots here in the being produced by JYP. Very, very slow, relaxed game. Phoenix going to come in, going to be able to pick off 2 drones from this extractor. I like that a lot. And the Spire is on its way as well. I don't know if Violet is going to be going for the Mutalisk harass, but if he doesn't, he's obviously going Corruptor, so that way he can easily get his what do you call it? So that way he can easily get Broodlords when he decides to morph them in, which is it was just surprising because I can't really recall much games where Violet consistently goes heavy amounts of Broodlords. But I love this play from JYP where he's sticking with quite a handful of Phoenix here. One did go down to a Queen. Gonna try and see if he can pick off another Overlord. No, he is not able to. Blink is on its way as well as level 1 armor. Just very, very standard play here coming out from JYP. Most Protoss players, they always get that level 1 armor first because they're very reliant on Zealots in the beginning, and then they transition into weapons because they're more reliant on Blink Stalkers more in the later game until they transition to like a Zealot Archon army, which you usually don't see against Zerg at all. Well, I wouldn't say at all, but you usually don't see against Zerg most of the time. Like, there's cases where you have seen it, like the infamous 7-gate. But that's not really late game, though. The Bailey Nest is coming up here for... Ooh, man. Oh, the Phoenix... I don't know. Okay. I thought those were like Mules or something like that, but no, the Phoenix are perfectly safe. Going to be able to kind of like, I suppose, harass these units, kind of make it a little harder for Violet to control, but no, they're just going to go up and see what they can do. The Lings are going to be coming in here with the Roaches. There is a mortal handful of Stalkers and quite a few Sentries there. There are very little Zealots though, and Zealots really are good against Roaches. Oh, wrong button. I meant W, not R. Actually, let's check out R. Not that much either of them have been killed. But luckily for JYP, he has put these gateways down here, so he's already in a nice wall. Even if this debris is taken, I was like, go ahead, take out the destructive debris. I don't care. I already have another wall, and this wall is armed to the teeth. The robotics bay is also coming up as well. Where did it go? There it is. So we're going to be seeing Colossus. It's probably going to be a lot like in the first game when it comes to composition-wise. We're going to see a lot of Blink Stalker and a handful of Colossus, just because, you know, that's what worked for JYP in the first game. Whatever it was he was doing in the second game, I can't actually recall it for some reason. Man, it's like I wasn't even there. But whatever it was that JYP did in the first game, or in the second game, obviously didn't work for him, so he's feeling that he needs to go back to what did work. 46 Lings on their way, a lot of Lings and Roaches. Luckily there are Stalkers up here, going to be able to pick out a couple of Lings, and we have the engagement on the third. Stalkers going back to engage the Mutalisks here. Looks like everything is going to be fine over here. How's it in the Muta department? Looks like that was all cleaned up. Wow, that is a lot of Mutalisks. So there's a lot of Stalkers there too. Nice blink underneath the Mutas. Going to take out quite a bit of them. And then we see in the battle over here, just pretty much cleaned up there by JYP. Solid play there coming out from our Protoss player. And JYP is indeed going to push. He's like, okay, he has level 2 weapons on the way. It's about to finish. 5 more cannons. Templar Archives, not the Templar Archons, being made right now. And what's another one? Oh yeah, the robotics bay is done, so we could see Colossus be made here pretty soon. No observer in this army, so he's not going to be able to do any sort of creep sweep, which is very, I've realized, oh, there's the observer, a very beneficial thing for Terran. I hadn't realized how beneficial it was for Terran until I started playing them, where that creep sweep is actually really important. And we can see that Violet was trying to do a flank here. Here's the engagement, not a favorable engagement point for Violet here. Those force fields just make it very hard for the Lings to get in, and the Mutas not exactly faring that well against the Stalkers. Those Phoenix do go down after being up pretty much all game. Sonic Storm is on its way as well. The force fields be expiring and letting the rest of that army going in. Centrifugal hooks are on their way. 5 more Mutalisks and level 2 air attack. I like that a lot. We see that there's a warping coming over here at this pylon, and just, it's so many Stalkers. You might ask, how many Stalkers is that aircraft? Well, that's 49 frickin' Stalkers right there, plus 3 sentries and a single immortal. If you see the economy though, JYP is actually ahead in economy as well. Again, it comes down to that you don't want to be behind on drones or probes when it comes to economy, or bases at that. When you're a Zerg player, you don't just want to be behind, or even at that. Even's another big one. More and more cannons are being put down in here, and the Mutalisks are going to try and catch another engagement. They want this high ground, which is exactly what you need. Mutalisks do give sight for it. A lot of Banelings are in that army. Not as much Roaches as I would hope for personally. It looks like 14 more Banelings are coming in on top of the 23 they already have. So we're going to be seeing 37 Banelings going to be rolling right on in. These Mutalisks going to try and take out those Stalkers, because I think Violet had a base here at one point, but he obviously doesn't now. And man, that Extractor's on 7 hit points and die. No, 8. I was about to say it was 6 and then dying. A lot of cannons there, and the Banelings are going to come in. They decide to stop waddling around, and they start doing somersaults. Huge storms on the majority of those Banelings. All the Banelings do go down, and they're not going to connect with this army at all. This is not looking good for Violet in any bit, and the Mutas still in the back, but now the Blink Stalkers are going to come forward. Oh, those are just horrible horrible use of Banelings, just mainly because that mainly because of those high tempo of those storms. I don't think Violet was expecting the storms already, and you know, single pylon going down, causing everything to be depowered except for this one cannon. And the Mutas are going to come in again, but oh man, sorry, I was using the wrong way of looking. The massive blink underneath them going to take out quite a bit, and this isn't looking good for Violet in any way. 180 supply to 172. Of course, Violet in the lead, but as a Zerg player, you don't really have cost-effective units. Lynn's trying to do a run-by on this 4th here, but Blinkstalkers are going to be able to come in. The Mutalisks just going to go back home now. They're going to keep going around that map looking to see if there's anything they can pick off. And Violet wants to take this base, mainly because it's really close and easily accessible for him. Taking the high ground now, finally. And he is going to engage here against all these Blinkstalkers with these Speedlings, but not going to be able to do that massive amount of damage. Actually, wow, these Mutalisks and the Lings are doing a huge amount of damage, despite these Stalkers having level 3 weapons, or level 2 weapons, level 3 on their way. And the Mutalisks are going to be able to come in, Ling run by, going to try and see if they can get that back. Cannon does go down with ease from those Mutalisks. And now Stalkers being morphed in the base. Going to go for production by the looks of it, taking out a Twilight Council. And the Stalkers going to be able to take out those Mutalisks. Single hatchery is still coming up here, right over here. Talk about dangerous neighbors. Right there. It's like, oh yeah, my neighbor from across the street, I hate him, he's a Zerg. But my neighbor from across the street, yeah, I hate him, he's a Protoss. Things like that. And those units are going to easily be cleaned up here. So check out the unit counting station. We have 4 High Templar, 44 Stalkers, 3 Zealots to against 64 drones for the 59 probes. Finally taking the lead a bit, but not a huge amount of lead. And 22 Mutalisks. You can see here 21 now as that one goes down. You see just more and more Lings and Mutalisks coming up here from Violet. If you check out the income from both those players, solid and even. Very, very even, actually. And the Mutalisks, again, just engaging in this 3rd, taking out more and more pylons. JYP finally getting the hint that he needs to put down more pylons in order to keep these things powered up. The army supply count, if we check out, it is in favor of JYP, and you always want to be, as a Zerg player, you want to be ahead in probably every account when it comes to drones and army supply. If you're not ahead in army supply, you know, keep crashing your army and reproducing your army until you get to the point where it's alright. And the games are coming in. Oh man, sorry, I was yawning. Massive storms going down on all those Balins, so again, they're not going to connect at all. Blinkstalkers against these Mutalisks, again, not looking good at all for Violet in these engagements. He's just not being able to exchange that well. You don't even know where his High Templar are. They seem to just come in, lay down a storm, get sniped. Oh man. 22 Lings in production right now. We have a lot of Stalkers just sharking around. They're going to try and take out this hatchery, I would imagine. But no, because the Lings are doing a massive run by on this storm. Huge storms on all those Mutalisks. And all the Mutalisks are going to go down after these Stalkers blink in. Oh, that is not good at all. Violet knows he cannot lose that many Mutalisks. And he GG's. So JYP takes the series 2-1. I hope you guys enjoyed the series as much as I enjoyed casting it. It was an awesome series. Sorry if I kind of sound a little lackluster, a little tired. And sometimes there's just things not going on. If there were things going on, tell me. But I hope you guys enjoyed the cast. I do hope that you guys decide to subscribe to my channel. It's pretty awesome. I like to think my channel is pretty cool. And the videos, I put out quite a bit of videos. I like to try and get at least 9 a week. So yeah, you can subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me at Twitter, that's @nerd_craft. There you'll get updates as to when I'll be casting, what I'll be casting, when videos get up, when I go live on my live stream, things like that, you know. But I'm not really concerned about my Twitter followers, more as I'm concerned about people subscribing to my YouTube channel. So please subscribe. You really help me out when you subscribe. When I see people subscribing to me, I'm just like, I need to get fired up. I am fired up. I'm ready to go. So again, my name is Nerdcraft. I hope you guys enjoyed the series, and I'll see you guys next time. That's it. I am out.